Hello people, and today in this video I'll be telling you everything that you need to know about elitmus and the PH test exams. But please note that this video is just an introduction to elitmus and the PH test that is conducted by elitmus. And if you are looking for some tips to get good marks and get interview calls from the companies, then you can refer the link in the description box below. So what is elitmus? Elitmus is just an organization like TCS which conducts a PH test which helps the fresher to get recruited in their dream company. So many people think that why to give elitmus exam when the companies have their own walk-in drives. So the answer to this is that companies prefer students who had appeared for elitmus exams and they recruit students from the elitmus without exposing them to any additional rounds other than the personal interview. So elitmus in a way helps the companies to get talented students. So the next question is the companies hiring through elitmus. The companies that are hiring through elitmus are many startups to top MNC companies like Accenture, TCS, L&T, and there are many more companies. Who can take PH test and how many times? Anyone is eligible for PH test. Any graduate, any student can appear for PH test, and there is no limit in age and the number of times that you give elitmus exams. But companies see your previous 3 PH test marks. If you have appeared just once, so they will just see your first PH test marks. But so it is advised that to take it maximum 3 times, but that's totally your choice. When to take PH test? PH test is conducted every week all over India. How to apply for PH test? One can apply for PH test only through the elitmus official website, that is elitmus.com. And first you have to register yourself on elitmus website just like you register yourself on naukri.com. One can also read the views of the students that are hired through elitmus, the companies that is currently hiring, and all other important stories that are related to job on this website. What is a PH test like? So this is the most important question for the one who is willing to take PH test exams. So PH test is just an aptitude level test which comprises of 3 sections. The first one being the numerical ability or the quants. The second one is the most important, that is logical reasoning. The third one being the verbal ability, or also you can say verbal reasoning. Each and every section comprises of 20 questions each, which carries 10 marks each. The difficulty level of a PH test is comparable to CAT level, so it is not as difficult as CAT level because one can easily find 5 to 6 answers that can be answered on its own. On a rating, the difficulty level of a PH test can be rated 7 by 10, where 10 stands for CAT level exams, so it is comparable to CAT, whereas CAT is a highly difficult exam as compared to elitmus exams. One will find repeated questions in every elitmus paper. Cutoff of PH test to get calls from MNC. Generally, MNCs like Accenture, they call for interview to individuals scoring about 70 to 75 percentile, but every company has its own criteria. Like if a core company is hiring, they will require a core graduate like electronic graduate or something like that. So it has its own criteria, but 95%, 90 to 95% of the companies that are hiring through elitmus are IT companies, and the other 10 to 5 companies are core companies or sales companies, something like that. An individual scoring about 90 percentile will get a call from almost all companies. This is the surety, guys. If you score above 90 percentile, then you are going to get a call from almost all the companies that are hiring through elitmus. Attempting 4 to 5 questions correctly in each section will make you eligible for companies including the MNCs. Now, the marks to percentile converter will be shown in the next section. As I told, if you get 40 to 50% marks, then that means that you have scored 85 to 95 percentile in numerical ability. Similarly in logical reasoning, but the verbal ability being the most easiest section, you have to score above 80 to 90 marks to score 85 to 95 percentile. Attempting more than 4 questions correctly will give you 90 percentile for sure in quants and logical reasoning, as each question comprises of 10 marks each. So if you attempt more than 4 questions, you are sure that you are going to get 40 marks. So that will be equivalent to 95 percentile or 80 percentile, something like that. Similarly, attempting 8 or more in verbal ability will give you 90% surely. Negative marking. The negative marking of elitmus is something which is very exciting. It is like if you give 25% of the correct attempted questions wrong, then there will be no negative marking. But after that, 5 marks for each wrong answer will be deducted. I'm sure you didn't understood, so let's take an example. Suppose you attempt 8 questions right and 3 questions wrong. Then negative marking will be for the third wrong answer only and not for all 3. Since 25% of 8 is 2, you are exempted to give 2 wrong answers. The study materials. One can refer the standard CAT preparation books to prepare for elitmus. There are many CAT preparation books available in the market like Arun Sharma's Quantitative Ability and many more. But if you want to study online, that is the best thing to study actually, because the websites like m4match.com and elitmuszone.com are there to prepare you for elitmus exams. These websites have previous elitmus questions with solutions. As I told, there will be many repeated questions that you will find in the sections, each and every section of the elitmus exam. So I personally suggest that you study online from these websites. Elitmus zones also provides you with mock tests. So all the best for your exam, guys, and I hope you like this video, and if you do, please give a thumbs up. Thank you.